So when, back then, when you started to like actually get into security, what did that look like? Because back then, security wasn't a focus. It was like an afterthought. It was,
Mhm.
not really thought about much at all. So what did that look like for you? Did you kind of create your own path in security while being in another, IT domain like sysadmin or networking or something?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Back then, when I was running BBSs, I certainly came across hacked software, right? That was a big thing back then. But there was no focus from law enforcement. There was no focus from anybody, right? It just was relatively unknown. As I went into a career, so to speak, I came into it as a help desk person, right? Like that, I would think like an average or a traditional path for people wanting to get into IT. You step into like a service type role, right? Where you're helping people with your knowledge situations, right? They may have situations with their operating system. They may have situations with their username password. So that was something that I got into. And I remember being in that role as a client liaison. I started to do other things, right? So I saw opportunities to educate. And so I created internal websites. I created educational material for my clients and made sure that they were empowered with the information that I had or information that my organization, informatics, had that we can impart to our customers and internal customers and make them more efficient. But at that same time, I remember we had like one of the big worms hit and it just fascinated all of us. It was like, what is this? Right. I remember printing it out. I remember looking at it. I think it was Melissa. I'd have to double check, but uh, that was back around 1998, 1999, somewhere around there. Had a big worm go around. And once that had happened, that was the pivotal moment for me, knowing that that was the direction I definitely wanted to take. Right. Like I enjoyed being in IT. I enjoy working with tech and I enjoy working with people around tech. But when that worm hit, it was a jaw dropping event. And so, yes, I was familiar with all the other things before, but I had not seen it impact in such a way like that worm did. And then all of a sudden, the junkie in me, the adrenaline junkie, the ambulance. I was an EMT, so I hesitate to say ambulance chaser when I used to actually be on an ambulance as an EMT and a firefighter at the same time. But it's that curiosity, it's that fascination of something was done with the intention to cause harm, and I don't want that. And I think that there's something I can do to help either prevent that or help to remediate against it or help to detect it. And what does that look like? And so I just started to focus on that. And it wasn't easy to kind of get there because that was a different time, right? And we didn't necessarily have those types of professions or paths at the time. But I knew I wanted to focus on malicious applications, malicious use of applications, malicious use of features that were designed and not meant to be used in a way that they were used to seek some ulterior motive.
Yeah, that's fascinating. If you were to give someone, maybe that's in college looking to graduate, right? Give someone advice of how they should get started in cybersecurity. What's the path that you would recommend that